90% of the Amazon seller fail because they select a wrong product to sell. And I have made a couple of videos in past regarding this topic, like how to do the proper product research for your Amazon FBA business. But today's video is going to be totally different, because in this video, I'm going to share with you my exact updated criteria to do my Amazon FBA product research that still work today and will be working in the future. And not only I'll tell you the criteria, but I'll show you step by step how you can actually verify each criteria for your product. So if you're someone who is doing product research for their Amazon FBA business, or you have already selected a product but you want to verify that if this product will work or not, so this video is for both of you. So after watching this video, you will be having a full criteria in your hand, like what are the things which you have to check before start selling your products, and you will be having the range of the values and the exact steps of the method, like how you can check those things in your product, and then just make a checklist and verify, because I personally think that data don't lie. Whenever I rely on the data and calculation, the chances of my product to become successful were super high. So again, I'm telling you, this video is super important. So make sure to watch this video till the end with full focus and without skipping any part, because product research and evaluation is one of the most important part of your Amazon FBA business. You can say it a building block or foundation of a building, because if a building foundation is not good, then no matter how cool that building will be, it will not be sustainable for the long years. So if you want your Amazon FBA business to give you the revenue for the long term, then you must have to select the right product to sell, because later on everything can be changed or improved. Like for example, if you have not optimized the listing, you can later improve that. If you're not doing the Amazon PPC marketing correctly, then later on you can improve that, optimize that, or even change that. And for example, if your Amazon listing reviews and rating are not good or ranking is not good, later on you can improve that. So basically everything you can improve later, but once you launch your product, you cannot change that later. Like once you select the product, purchase that product from supplier warehouse and send inventory to Amazon FBA warehouse, then from that point you cannot make a U-turn or you can improve anything at that stage, right? So that's why I'm again and again telling you this video is important and selecting a profitable product is important. And I'm telling you with my personal and past experiences, because I have experience launching multiple products on Amazon and I have made many products successful and many products in loss as well. So you can say that all of my experiences in past I'm going to be sharing you in this video just for you guys, because you are a subscriber of my channel and I know that you are watching my videos regularly because you want to build a profitable and sustainable Amazon FBA business. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to this channel and watch this video till the end. But before getting started, if you are tired of the daily grind, then let's build the life of freedom together. Join my Facebook group where people of all ages are actually learning how to create passive income by online selling and affiliate marketing with no money. And after joining that Facebook group, you can just shoot me up the message. Then as per your condition, I will guide you the exact roadmap that will actually work. Because if you are not able to make money online yet, that means you are just watching YouTube videos, you are having too many information in your mind and you don't know where to start. So if you learn from my proven strategies which actually work, then you will be able to achieve your goal. So let's start your journey today. Alright guys, so as you can see here, I'm on my laptop right now, and from here I have opened Amazon website. So basically from now, I will tell you one by one every criteria along with the range and how you can actually test that criteria for your product, right? So the number one criteria is pricing. For example, if you're selling a product on Amazon and if that product is having a selling price of $5, $10 or $15, so that will not be profitable, because now at this point you have to understand one thing, like no matter you are selling a product that is having selling price $15 or $60, the amount of effort and money in advertisement you have to pay will be similar for both of the products. So it's a common sense, like if you want to give the same time and effort in launching a product, so why not launch an expensive product which will give you more profit in return in the future? Because if you sell a product that is having selling price $15, when you subtract the other expenses from that, like Amazon FBA fee, Amazon storage fee, shipping fee, supplier fee and PPC fee, so after subtracting all of the amounts out of that $15, you will end up having no profit. But on the other hand, if your product selling price is $40, $50 or $60, then after subtracting all of the expenses, even if you have 15 to 20% profit, that will be good for you. Now the second thing in my criteria is weight of the product, because no matter which product you are selling on Amazon, at the end you have to purchase that product from supplier warehouse, pack that product and ship that product to Amazon FBA warehouse. So for example, if you're doing that from China, so if your product is having a bigger size and bigger volume, then it will be very hard for you to handle that product, because when supplier will send that product from China to Amazon FBA warehouse, you have to pay a lot of money to shipping, and then after you ship that product, you have to pay a lot of money to Amazon, because they will be storing your product and they will need a large space in their warehouse to store that product if your product is having high volume and high weight. And then at the end, when someone orders that product from you, so Amazon will charge more money from you in delivering that product from their warehouse to your customer home. So if you're a new seller or having a less budget, then I would recommend you to sell a product that is having a lightweight and volume. So it will be easy for you to handle that product, and you have to pay less money in shipping, delivering and storing that product, so at the end it will not affect your profit. And now the third thing in my criteria is high demand. So basically, if you look for a product that is having too much high demand, that is not good. But if that product is having medium or high demand, so that is good. So for example, if I go on Amazon and search for any product like garlic press, so you can see that after searching any product, when I scroll down, so you can see that these are the top competitors who are selling that product, right? So basically, when you search for any product which you want to sell, so after searching, you have to analyze the top 10 competitor, like who are they and what are they selling, like if that is the exact same product or not. And then you can actually check their sales, like in past 30 days, how much sales they have got. So you can see that if I check these 4 sellers, so that one has sold over 600 units in past month, that one has sold 6,000 units, and again that one 4,000 and that one 7,000. So as this product is having super high demand but super high competition as well, because you can see there are a lot of reviews, like these sellers are having thousands of reviews, 27,000, 2,000 and 36,000. So that means you cannot sell this kind of product because they are competitive and having too many sales. So basically you have to find a product that when you search for that product on Amazon, and on first page the top 10 or 20 sellers must be getting sales between 300 to 1,000 units. If all of the sellers are getting consistent sales every month between 300 and 1,000 units, that means that product is having a good demand and you can actually sell that product, because people are basically purchasing products from all of the competitors and they are having not too much high sales. Because if you start selling that product which are having 7,000, 4,000 or 6,000 products sold by competitors every month, that means it will be very hard for you to match that number and to be at that place. So the number of monthly sales of competitor, you have to look between 300 and 1,000 units. Now the fourth thing in my criteria is medium competition. So as I have explained you about the demand of the product, like you have to check the monthly sales of competitor. So on the other hand, you have to check for the competition as well, because if they are having sales but they are having high reviews, that means competition is high and you cannot actually match that. So along with the monthly sales, you have to check for the reviews of competitor, and you have to make sure that not all of the competitors on first page are having more than 1,000 reviews. Like some can actually have more than 1,000, but usually sellers should have reviews between 300 and 1,000. So you can actually dive into that product and it will be easy for you to match these reviews. So if you see on the screen here, you can see from here you can check the reviews of competitor. Like this one is having 36,000 reviews, this one having 2,000 and 27,000. And along with the reviews, you have to check the selling seniority of these sellers as well. Like you can actually make an Excel sheet, and on that you can put all of the 20 competitors, and in front of those competitors you can write at what price they are selling, how many monthly sales they are having, and how much reviews they are having, and for how long they are selling. Like if you want to check the date from which that seller starts selling, you can actually click on the listing, and then you have to go down, and along with that you have to check the selling seniority of the sellers as well. So to check the date from which these competitors are selling, you can actually click on any listing. For example, if I click on that listing and then if I scroll down, so when you make that kind of Excel sheet and put all of the data of competitor in the columns, so it will be easy for you to find out how much sales they are getting, at what price they are selling, and how much reviews they are having. So in that way, it will be very easy for you to analyze the demand and the competition of the product. And once you know that this product is having good demand and low competition or medium competition, then you can actually sell that. Because you need a product that is having buyers ready to purchase, and at the same time, there are not too many sellers selling same product. So the competition for you will be tough in future. And now the fifth point in my criteria is profit margin. So basically the profit margin you need to look for is 30%. Like after subtracting all of the expenses, like the money you have to pay to supplier, the shipping agent, and then Amazon as an FBA fee or storage fee, and then at the end to Amazon PPC for advertising. So after deducting all of the expenses, on every unit you must have to get the profit of at least 30%, because later on you might have to bear some more expenses, and at the end the net profit margin will be around 25% if you start looking for the 30%, right? So now let me show you from where you can check the profit margin. So for example, if you want to sell the same product, so you can just click the product and then you have to go down and you have to grab the ASIN of that product from here. So after copying the ASIN of your competitor who is selling the same product as yours, we have to go on Google and type FBA calculator, and then you have to click on this first link, click on continue as guest. So this will be the FBA calculator, which will break down all of the Amazon features in front of you. So here you have to put the ASIN of competitor and click on search. So by doing that simple thing, you will be able to know the complete breakdown of that particular competitor, like for how much they are selling, how much money they are paying to Amazon as FBA fee, how much money they are paying as a storage fee, and here in these fields, you can actually put the amount of money you paid to supplier and you want to spend in PPC per unit. So after you put all of the features here, at the end, you will be able to know the net margin here, right? So after filling out all of the values expectedly, this number must be at least 30%, not less than that. Because if here it will show you 30%, then later on it will reduce to 25 or maybe 20%. So once you are satisfied that the product you want to sell will actually give you at least 30-25% margin, then you can go for it, otherwise not. Now the sixth criteria is no big brand must be selling the same product on Amazon multiple times. Like for example, if you go on Amazon and search for any product, just like I search for sports trousers, so here you can see that when I search for that, I can see some of the big brands here, which are a well-known brand, and I can see those brands outlet into shopping malls, or they are worldwide recognized brand. So if you sell any kind of product which is brand dominated, so of course as a new seller, you will not be able to compete with those brands in terms of marketing, because they are big brands and they are having huge marketing budget. So if you compete with them, they can actually perform better than you because they are having a big team and they are already a big brand. So try to find out the product which is not having too many brands on first page ranking for that product, so later on it will be easy for you to scale that product and beat the competition. So after brands, the seventh thing which you have to look is the product should be evergreen. Like for example, if you find a product which is not evergreen, or which is a seasonal product, or which is a trendy product, like I can give you here the example of the Labubu dolls and the fidget spinner in POS. You can see that if you go on Google Trends and search for these two keywords, Labubu doll and fidget spinner, so you can see that for a specific time the trend and searches for these two products became too much high, and then later on the search volume become low. So if you sell these kind of seasonal or trendy products, then you will not be able to make a sustainable business which will give you profit for the long term. Why? So to check that if a product is evergreen or not, you have to go on Google Trends, type Google Trends on Google, and then click on its first website, and then from the top right corner you can actually select the country in which you want to sell your product, and then type for the product you want to sell. For example, if I want to sell garlic press, so I can just type the main keyword of my product here and click on explore. So from this free tool from Google, we can actually find out multiple things. You can see we can type the keyword here, we can select country, category, web searches, and we can select a time as well. For example, if I just click on this and I change from past day to past 5 year, so you can see that it will show me the searching graph for that particular keyword on Google in past 5 year, and you can see that this graph is not seasonal and throughout the past 5 year it is good. And if I scroll down, so you can see that I can actually know like how many people from which state of the US are searching that particular keyword on Google, because you know Google is a search engine and it has a very good data about the things which people are searching on Google, right? So you can see if you scroll down what kind of similar keyword people are actually searching. So if you do some research on Google Trend, you will be able to know like if that product is evergreen or trendy or seasonal. Just like that, if I go up and type for fidget spinner, so then you can see that the trend for that particular product was very high in 2021, but right now you can see that it's a zero trend product. So for those sellers who start selling that product in 2021, right now they are at loss. So now the eighth and the most important and my favorite criteria, which is you have to look for the room of improvement. Like all of these 7 things which I have just explained you can actually go on Amazon website and you can search for those things, and you can make your decision based on the data which Amazon is giving you. You can put the data into Excel sheet and then decide. But this last thing, you have to basically think with your brain and your heart. Like there are something the data cannot tell you, but you can actually tell yourself. So after searching your product which you want to sell on Amazon, you have to check out the top 10 competitors, and then you have to consider yourself as a buyer. Like if you're a buyer and if you want to purchase that product, so after searching that product on Amazon, will you buy it or not? And if yes, which version or which variation of that product will you buy? For example, if I search for that product again, garlic press. So after searching, I can see that there are multiple designs for the same product available. You can see that this is a different design and this one is different. But the purpose for both design is to crush the garlic, right? So after searching the product, you have to check out how many design people are selling and for how much price they are selling. And if you're a buyer, so which price you will prefer or which design you will prefer. And if you purchase that product or that design, so what will be the problem you will face after purchasing that particular product? Like you can just open the listings and read the reviews and check out what problem basically people are having who are giving negative reviews for that product. So you may know the pros and cons of that particular product. So if you think and study that product as a buyer, so you will be having too much data in your mind, and then you will know like what are the chances of improvement in that particular product and how you make that product unique and different from others. Because if you make that product unique and different from other and you will add any of the element which is not present there, then your product will be having a unique selling point. And if you make your product a little unique or maybe add another gift in that packaging, so your listing will be able to stand out in the competition and people will be having a reason to buy from you, not from other. Because after all, people buy emotion, not the product. And if you give them the reason to buy, then they will definitely buy your product. So after fulfilling all of the criteria, at the end, you have to do your own research as a buyer without any tool or without any data, just with your brain and heart, and try to add emotional touch in that product as well. And if you do so, then believe me, nobody can stop your product to become successful on Amazon. So I hope at this point you are having a complete criteria about Amazon product research. You can take the screenshot of that criteria from here and save it in your phone, and right after watching this video, go there, try to find out new products, and before finalizing your product, make sure that your product must be fulfilling that particular criteria. If that product will be fulfilling that criteria and you will start selling that product, then the chances for your product to become successful will be super high. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the video and learned something great from it. So if you find my content really informative and helpful for you, then make sure to like the video and subscribe the channel as well, so you can watch more and more videos like this in future. Let's meet in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.